Asia. We want to welcome all man for this show today, and we hope say we'll give a great show as always. And we want to thank all those who did always judiciously come online for watch Amba Perspective.
Hey, fellow viewers, welcome to this edition of Amba Perspective. As usual, we come excited to spend another hour with you, the viewer, and we hope that we would share some perspective into the struggle. And a lot has been happening recently with regards to the struggle, so we have a lot to talk about, and we hope that you watching at home, you will open the call line perspective.
Yeah, today we will talk less and we'll hear more from the viewers, because actually a lot of things around happen. People they visit them. We hear about floods around the country in southern Cameroon. We don't hear about other leaders, the way they come on air, they make pronouncements, and we still hope for other things that they come will happen in the nearest future. So yeah, today we'll talk about those things, our own view on how we look at the affairs of things that happen. They will like them, and for get our viewers for encourage them to do the right ones, because a lot of people that come online, they just talk anything way they feel like to talk because they like to talk. They don't know say when they talk so it affect other people them. So today we'll try to make sure say the thing they will run here will feel say correct. We'll try for put them for own perspective where we would think say better. We hear our viewers into go.
Also today we intend to listen more to the audience and just get feedback from the audience so that our leaders can know, take like a temperature of the struggle from the audience perspective. At times when you are sitting on the driver's seat, you really don't understand what the common man, what the normal person on the ground is feeling, or in the diaspora. So we are excited about our website that's got a new look. So for our viewers who are viewing on our website, that's always to our own website. It wasn't possible for you guys to join the conversation through chat. But I'm excited to announce to you that now we have SCBC TV Connect. That our people should be proud of what we Ambazonians can do. So we are hoping that more and more people will start watching the TV from the app and the website, even more than Facebook. And remember, on Facebook, we only go live when we have shows like this, but the app and the website is 24/7, the same as the TV with the people at home.
Yeah. Wait till there actually talk. We don't discover, say, a lot less people that the view SABC on our website. And the reason why we create the website now so that we go fit manage our own activities on that site, and also it go create a platform for get Southern Cameroonians and other businesses on that site. So if we need to go on the site, we know if we advertise on top, and we know if we make some more money, maybe you give SABC some more money for pay internet because we use na fiber, it be expensive. Or maybe if you buy some other chair, or we buy one computer, we put inside SABC. So when we go more to Facebook than the website, we lost that traction where we're supposed to get on the website. Now, why that way? We see and say, okay, since people they like to chat, they make comments when they watch on Facebook, maybe we go on our own website now, go create our own chat platform, so that when you daily watch, you feel they also comment, and people are going to see what you talk about, and it will make the whole watching process very enjoyable. So now why that way we don't go our team don't go look and put together an app, another part of the website they call as SABC Connect. So when you SABC TV Connect, when you go there, you just click on top. If you register with your Facebook page, or if you put your own details you like to put them, and you go connect, you go feel watch, and you go feel chat, and like there we talk soon. We go take and through to the app. And one can congratulate everybody because our app don't pass 6,000 downloads.
Yeah.
We get more than 6,000 downloads. That's a lot for a month. And the Apple app they come up very soon, probably by next week. Yes. We'll get the Apple app. So one good news now say as CRTV say we'll get app and online streaming, they go create their own. You need to work. They only need to work. Go for a CRTV, the app now, you need to work. Go for that Facebook, you need to work. We don't use 20 million francs CFA. We, one of our brother volunteer with the team, they do the app, they do Facebook, our own website. But SABC don't go put 20 million and so, but our own today we update them every day. We do upgrade them. We now go now to Apple. That's heads up for SABC TV. So we did for front CRTV. We don't stay like 30 years. Go to come for back.
Yeah, Ray, absolutely. So, fellow viewers, this is what we call social. We are trying to build social capital here. The more and more viewers we can get to be viewing our TV channel from our website and from our app, the more and more are the possibilities of us monetizing that. Not only monetizing that through our own community, but monetizing that has got 20,000, 30,000 downloads. They will come to SABC and pay us to run their ads. We'll start running ads like how you can buy airtime for people at home and SABC gets a commission on that. How you can send mobile money home and SABC get a commission from your normal wire transfers and SABC gets a cut of that. But we have to build that platform to that stage. Yes, it is a state-of-the-art platform. The website, the app. We are busy with the Apple app. We are hoping to get to market next week. So we are doing everything to ensure that the technology is up to date and it's standard. It's today's standard. But then we are advising our people to go and use that technology, because when you use that technology, it gives us the edge in the marketplace. It gives us that competitive advantage. And that is the kind of Ambazonia we want to build. We want to build an Ambazonia where we would use social capital. It's the best capital that we've got so far. This struggle is where it is now because of social capital. It's together as a people. So we should pride ourselves in these things. You should, if you are watching, even if you watch on Facebook, which is convenient for you, you should download the SABC app. It's a free app. You don't have to pay anything. But the more downloads we get, I mean, I'm super excited. We are sitting at 6,000 downloads now. In next week we're coming up with the Apple app. And these are the type of things that as Ambazonians, we need to keep doing. We need to keep winning and reaffirming to ourselves that, yes, we can build a country, because we are going to use all our minds. We're going to put our minds together, and we are going to do things that will take us forward. And we do all these things for next to nothing. When you start comparing how much we spend, I mean, as good as the app is, we haven't spent $500. You know why? Because just the team and a few experts, we sit down and we work that out. We just put in some time. So that's how Ambazonians, we need to start putting our social capital.
Now, this kind of things that what we do, now for make people to understand, say when we don't get our land, we don't take our territory, we control them. All that countries them around Africa, around our neighbors, now they go the full of our back, even though they don't there before we. So anything we do them, we don't take over our territory and say we will do them to the best, so that even the public go is full of our back. Even Nigeria say with the big parts we serve, they will be full of our back, because we don't get that human capital outside there with talented intellectuals. The way they be creative, but they should also imagine things and then put them into practice and great. Now why that this SCBC they go from small to big, and small time will be very, very great. We even will compete with CNN and BBC. Support. Now download the app. Now go to scbctv.com. Go to scbctv.com, SCBC TV Connect, and then you start chat for the. You go enjoy them.
Yeah, and for those watching and they're trying to download, if you go onto your Google Play Store, you just need to search SCBC TV, and then you will see our app with our logo. You cannot miss it. You just go ahead and download that and register to the app. And be a proud Ambazonian. Tell your friends at work to download the app. Let us get as many users on the app so that we can start marketing. You know, we can start advertising for third-party businesses. And mind you, we know what we are doing. So we are not going to go and be advertising products that are not related on the app. We will advertise somebody at home. Like I said, sending money, mobile money. Those are the type of goods and services that we would advertise on the app. Simple services that Ambazonians already need or are already using, but we will advertise those services, make some money for the TV, so that we keep innovating and we keep staying ahead of the curve, but at the same time, we are enjoying good services. So, I mean, if an Ambazonian is doubting that we can run a country, they should look at this TV station. We are barely 4 months old. We have gone from strength to strength, and we keep innovating, we keep going. And nothing is stopping us. So fellow Ambazonians, especially those watching on Facebook, it's very important. On today, we have a segment that we want to talk on social media, but I want to bring that up front. It's very important that you are watching us now on Facebook. Go and invite some friends to join and watch the show. That is just the Ambazonian pride. Share. You shouldn't watch a show on SCBC TV without sharing it on your walls on Facebook, so that friend who did not notice, you know that SCBC has got its own platform on Facebook. They don't know that, but when you share it on your wall, bring a friend or two. So go ahead and click that share button, and also, you know, the likes, it encourages us in the studio a lot. And also one thing that we are failing to do in terms of social media is that every morning when you are speaking to an Ambazonian, they keep asking you, what is the update today? No, if you are you wake up in the morning, you're supposed to check the SCACUF page, you're supposed to check His Excellency Ayok Tabe's page, the chairman, you're supposed to check the SG's page. You check all those pages, you check SCBC, you will know what is new, you will know what is the update. It will help us stop this information peddling, lies telling and all that. Because when you go to all those pages, you will see the information that is authentic, the information that, the update of the struggle that we all are supposed to know. But when you start going asking from one person to the other and people are translating that, you end up, somebody tells you what their version is, not what it's supposed to be. So it's important that if you are watching now, especially on Facebook, and you haven't liked this page, please go ahead and click that like button on top of the page so that when we go live, you get a notification. So this is some of the ways that we Ambazonians can be supporting what is our own. As part of the struggle, When you see a show going on, share it on your wall. When you come and you see some of the quotes that we have made regarding the struggle, share them on your wall. It's our pride.
Yeah, we need to start to get that law for country. You don't even give, you start ask and say, wait, and give a day. Anything we say and say it serve a good purpose for the country, it serve a good purpose for the struggle, just like share them with others. In fact, today I get sticker on top my car. I go for garage from South Africa and ask me, say, which country, which be Ambazonia? I don't know the country. I say, no, Ambazonia and a new state where they come on very, very soon. He said, really? He said, where is they? I take a day for West Africa next to Nigeria. He said, wow. So I said, no, the new country where it gets independent in 1961. I explain that for you, I try to understand. And you know, you go surely tell your friends to say this, so new country day where they call it Ambazonia. So we give a bit Ambazonia to people so that they will like for, by the time we want to declare where you end and you go and introduce me to the rest of the world, Oma would already sabi we, because we Ambazonia has already introduced ourselves to the rest of the world. So make we like Ambazonia, make we talk to people, because of people that even find it difficult to explain to their colleagues when they be Southern Cameroonians, or not even Cameroonians like Republic at all, where the Ambazonia be. But me, when I meet a person, he asks me, where I come out, I'll tell say from Ambazonia. It's a where, and then at the end of the day, he understand. I tell you, if you want to know more, I say go Google Ambazonia, you go know more about Ambazonia. So maybe we try to sell our country, because we know because one day when they say Ambazonia, people say, how than this. By the time they want to talk Ambazonia, we all man already know about we, and now we give a sell our country, we give a be proud of that country, and we give a sell them.
Yeah. Thank you, Ray. That connects us right to the next main talking point that I have today. We all know, we know the robust diplomatic that we have seen some of the gains of that. We've seen some of the reports of those diplomatic offensives. But there is one particular diplomatic offensive that is very organic, that is not done from an organization's perspective, but has been done from a community level, that I want us to talk about. And I want to encourage more and more of that within Southern Cameroon communities. And I'm talking none other than the city of Lowell's endorsement to the independence of Southern Cameroon.
Yeah.
Second time or the third time I'm talking about it, but this is something that is very peculiar that Southern Cameroonian communities around the world should pick up and emulate. It's really good. These are our brothers and sisters in the city of Lowell in Massachusetts, in America. They have lobbied, they have talked about our problems to their city, so much so that in their city council meetings, they debate about Southern Cameroon. They debate about the human rights abuses in South. They have consistently done that, so much so that the city of Lowell had to take a vote on whether Southern Cameroon should have a right, should get its place to become independent. And they voted sometime in May, and the city of Lowell overwhelmingly voted for the independence of Southern Cameroon. Now that might be small, but just imagine all the cities that we Southern Cameroonians stay in around the world start voting. Just imagine the amount of consciousness that would bring. You understand? Just imagine the amount of consciousness that would bring. And then you never know who. You might see those city councillors, they are old people, but you don't know where their children. Person you are going to lobby at the UN, it might just be their grandson, it might just be their son, it might just be their daughter, and that person has already, put in a word for us. So the people of our people in the city of Lowell, I just want to say kudos to you people. I want to say Southern Cameroonians from around the world should emulate that. I've been trying to contact Dr. One of the leaders in the city of Lowell, and I haven't gotten his contact up to now. But if he's watching, or if you are watching and you have his contact, please share. I want to interview him on this platform. I want to ask him how they did it, so that they can encourage other Southern Cameroonians to keep doing it. Those are very, very important milestones that we achieve. And as Southern Cameroonians, we should celebrate. It's really important when you go out and you talk to people, they start supporting our plight. It's very important.
And yeah, Derek, moving on that point, the good thing about the Southern Cameroon story in Asina true.
Yeah.
No lie, no didi. So once you tell a person truth, I mean, when I explain this to any person, it feel very bad. They feel they actually treat us like that. It's very bad. Say at this point in history, a country like that, they under some colonial government where you know and let us go. So it defines say any opportunity will get them where we fit explain this our situation to person, no matter who the person be, whether the top ranking person was on government or just a person we talk about studio one know about Ambazonia. If I may explain that for you, because I will tell you, say sometimes you talk on a person where you feel that person will and nobody, but that person is actually somebody. Where tomorrow if he for that lower community, they talk say they go try to lobby other cities for buy into this. I mean, can you imagine? They like streams where they go from one ocean. This stream they can't enter. This stream enter. This stream enter. By the time the one lobby cities there around Massachusetts, the whole state of Massachusetts now go be on our case, and you want to see they start enter now for another state. Before long, the State Department will take our case. Before long, the White House will take our case. These are small gains that can grow to mighty oceans. So make we not undermine anything. May not undermine any person who explain about Southern Cameroon. I've just explained to a petrol attendant, you know, and I don't know what if it takes for that person tomorrow. So find say maybe you saw a person undermining. Any person we want to listen, we give you an ear for listening about Southern Cameroon. Tell you what stories are true. You just talk at you because it just come natural. You know you not know the twist of the story. It's so true, and it's logical.
Yeah.
And no man of even doubt when you talk of it. Even the person who don't know the story finds self. If you just talk say we be in a country, we don't deserve to join the country. They still be bad, one come away back. Simple. That's all. You need to talk, and it's good enough.
Yeah. Civics education that we are using this platform to start. The love for country is supposed to be prerequisite to be an Ambazonian, and we need to start it now. We need to start it early. We need to get our kids, you know, talking about Ambazonia. I like the way Raymond's kids, like, they ask a lot of questions about Ambazonia already. That's a good thing. We need to encourage our kids. We heard that young man sang anthem so fluently that I struggled with. And I looked at it, I went home and I said, you know, from today, I have to learn this anthem and singing it properly. That is love. That is love for country.
what I want to sing and pass you.
that is love for country. So things like this, we must encourage. Like some of the fights that we engage in on social media and all that would just die off if we love country enough. If we love our country. I remember Ray 4 or 5 months ago, all the arguments that were on social media, I'll be there. But just I mean, I don't have time. I don't have time because there's just so much to do. There's just so much to do. Today we're starting late because I arrived at the studio late. All those things is because there's just a lot of work to be done. There's no time to go around arguing. There's no time to go around talking about information that does not, things that does not help the struggle, move the struggle forward. There's no time.
Yeah.
There's no time.
Talking about that, Derek, the past week, you know, since this struggle starts, I don't try for no engage into issues that way concern leaders, how they carry themselves in their respective forums, in their leadership forums, how they express themselves out there on social media. But I don't realize it get to me now, and sometimes it be if I say when so no worry about me, start the poke holes on them, because I need to understand why we get a governing council when a leader go put onto a governing council, it leak. I don't understand why some other leader go see and say, okay, because honestly speaking, so information that you put out some particular group because the people in that group understand that information. They understand where it's coming from. They understand what you mean. But the moment you take that information, put that into the public,
you move it out of context.
Yeah, you move it out of context. It confuses people. Everybody does not look at the intention where you do and for confuse people, for create confusion, or for discredit some other leader or some other person where he write that document. So I don't discover say some leader then be so childish, so much so that they did inside their own group where their own information is supposed to remain inside their group. It come out to the public.
Screenshots.
Yeah, you know, not be say that they hide something.
Yeah.
But when you move something out of context, it change the meaning altogether.
Yeah.
And I be discovered, you know, wait, my introduce sometimes they find my talk for people, they say most of the documents that go out there, they pass through me.
Yeah.
All documents where they see out there, they pass through me. And I discover say when you address a document to a particular individual, that document never leak. If I address I say to you, Mr. Derek, I put your name onto that document, it no go ever leak. But when they address that document, say
it's general.
In a general document, say to consent to, you just put a general document and send it to a lot of people, that document must leak. It means say people they deliberately leak those documents for confuse people, they destroy the struggle. I want to talk to all the leaders. Anyone consider himself a leader, say you don't reach that time where when we discover say you leak documents, we go come out here, we go prove them, and we go shame you. Yes, because you don't too much. We go start call names. I go start call names. If a leader start to leak out documents for discredit another leader, or for make for promote his own personal interest, we deal with plenty with this struggle where we don't live our personal lives. We sacrifice a lot for make sure say make this struggle move ahead, make we win now. There's some people they don't decide it because they want power, they want to begin the gain personal interest with it. They come for social media, they come on WhatsApp, they come on Facebook, on people their phone, they continue for the tarnish others their reputation, they set confusions, left, center, right, come on Facebook, make blanket statements the way no fit back them. See, you don't reach that time where we will start call leaders by name and we will shame them. Don't say they call it, but no, I don't be any leader for any organization, for any group, but I will stand here as a host for a TV show where it point out on wrong things. I don't mind which of the leaders them do. We go come here, we go call that leader, we go call it to order, because you know correct statements on leader that he just the peddle nonsense information out there for create confusion, so that the people go undermine some other leaders, or they go look to other leaders like say it bad. This the goal is for a lot of our leaders the way they did for SCACUF and other organizations. They say them be very careful on information they put into the public. If information be said now for your eyes only, because you understand where that information come from, you understand them, and if you take it out of context, it changes the meaning altogether. Any other person out there, when you read that information, it get a whole different meaning about it, and then they start spread rumors. Soon, some people they decide they don't go be part of the struggle because of this and that. Please, we go stop that nonsense, and leaders they give for stand up and be responsible.
Yeah, I remember Ray on the very first Amba Perspective show when I hosted the show. I said this struggle is about responsibility, and it's about responsibility from the smallest. The position of the smallest Ambazonian to the position of the biggest Ambazonian.
Yeah.
When you are given a position of leadership, it is a responsibility. Yeah. It is trust that people, even if it's 5 people that sit down and say you would lead this commission, you would lead this group, you will be the admin of this group. It is people's trust that they have entrusted in you, and you are supposed to take that trust and guide it. You see, any information that you share that is not on public forums, on general forums, you are betraying the trust of those 5 people that are in that forum. Yeah. If you are part of a fundraising committee and there's 5 of you on that forum, it so happens that our struggle is driven virtually, because we all cannot be in the same place. Yeah. It is a disadvantage, at the same time it's an advantage. But ethically, we Southern Cameroonians must decide. We must decide how we compose ourselves. Yeah. If in South Africa, they sit down and they pick 5 people and they say, you guys go and deliberate on a fundraising committee, and come back to us with the way forward on how we raise funds in South Africa. We have been given a responsibility, and members of that forum, the 5 of us that we go and we create one WhatsApp group and we say fundraising committee, we are responsible to keep the information of that committee in that committee. And what goes out of that committee is supposed to only be reports. So everybody, once we deliberate, we make our report. Everybody adopts that report as the position of that committee. That's what goes out. We cannot now, during the processing of the information, let angers flare, where people say, no, this is where I stand, this is my ideology, while we are arguing and putting all our, our sides there and there and there. Then I take that information, I go out to discredit Raymond. I say, no, listen, when we were at the fundraising committee, this is what Raymond said. No, Raymond wasn't saying that for him. Raymond was saying that so that we should find a middle ground. We found the middle ground and we moved on. But then I go and I pick that place where Raymond said something that made him look bad. That made him look, superimposing or all that. And then I bring it out to another forum. I say, this is what Raymond said. It's like, that's the only thing that Raymond said. But it's out of context. It's out of context already. So those type of things, when you see people bringing those information to you, these are the people we should be careful. We should be careful. Like, it starts small. It starts on, if there's an argument in a forum, we say, let's create a committee that these people should take care of this. And you see somebody from that committee starts taking information in that committee and bringing it to another forum and saying, this person said this. Watch out for that person. Is the person who goes around gossiping. A gossiper is a gossiper. When he comes and gossips to you,
gossip about you to other people.
Beware that this person is going to take your own story and go and gossip to another person. These are small, little, I don't know. This is nonsense that must stop.
That's gossip.
Especially at the leadership level. It's a huge disgrace. It's a huge disgrace. There is a lot of avenues on how leaders can
compose themselves.
Their grievance avenues. For leaders to take those things and turn them into social media, into social media propaganda, it's a shame.
Yeah, it'd be very wrong. Me and Derry the fight.
It's a shame.
Me and Derry the fight. but if me and Derry fight, when I carry our fight, go put up on social media, people will feel say, the two I talk already not correct, but now because we talk so that we get some kind of agreement, and then we come out. But when some leader don't fight with a leader for some forum, some person go come inside that forum, go leak the information out there. They look that leader like say, obviously it's supposed to for air out the grievances, and there's a place they air the grievances too. So don't carry it and go out there because it's wrong.
And to be honest, Ray, like when Raymond says we fight, I can assure you, it's very few people in the struggle that disagree more than I disagree with Raymond. When we disagree, we shout at each other, but all what we are doing is we are finding a middle ground. We are finding a place where we will both agree so that we can focus on the work at hand. We don't fight because we just enjoy fighting. We just enjoy, no, Raymond says that and I say that. No, we don't enjoy it. But then we are two different people. We have two different ideologies and nobody can change that. So we have to, we have to be different in our thinking. So whatever we want to do together, we must come from that place of difference until we talk, we argue, and then we find a middle ground. And then now you see that we support that middle ground and we push it.
Yeah, and obviously, if two people come together and don't argue, those people have a problem.
There is a problem.
They get problem.
Either somebody is hiding, he's really.
That means when they lie for each other.
Yeah, it's a snake.
Yeah, if when two come together, even man, woman, they must fight. Yeah. So if when two come together, when they argue, when they quarrel between themselves, then when two get problem, when are supposed to think so that relationship will get them, it correct or not, when I come out. It did the same like all our leaders the way they did for inside leadership group. They must get this agreement. Not all we know if we get the same opinion, all we know if we agree on the same thing. So we always this and the bad thing I say, some leaders they insult another one in person, and when that person raise an issue, they will carry and put up for social media. Then some other was that thing said earlier, but we just try to talk and say make our leaders they become responsible. Yes.
Not only leaders, all of us. We should. I mean, we should be mindful of what has brought us here. We should be mindful of Akum Julius, a 19-year-old boy who left home in the morning, went out to town, to stand up for injustices, went out to town because he wanted to make the country better, and he was shot dead just like that. And up till date, nobody has answered for that. In fact, his medical report says he died of injury or something. If I cannot be mindful of that, to take the little work that I do for the struggle seriously, to take people that are participating in the struggle serious enough to not peddle lies, to not go behind people's backs, backbiting, to slow the momentum of the struggle. If I cannot look at Bala in jail, and respect him, somebody who knew 2 hours before he was arrested, and he stayed, he said, if he believes in what he is doing, if this is a just cause, I wouldn't mind being arrested. If he could stand up to that, and now he's languishing in jail, not getting any judgment, then me and you who are free, then we go out sharing romos. We should respect the struggle for what it is. We should respect people like late Bangumna, who spent all of their life, all those people, they spent their entire lives. You don't respect Molan Jolly Tumbe, you don't respect Pam Fonfo, you don't respect Pa Augustine. All those things that you do, and you feel that you are doing it to that person that is next to you because you don't like that person. It is disrespect to the lives of Professor Anyangwe. It's disrespect to the people who have spent their entire lives trying to bring this problem to the fore, trying to bring us here.
Yeah, so, Derek, you don't come to that point for this struggle where we don't cover people them. They make them look good. The way they be that very cunning people are in the background. So, now warning this for any leader way, a job now for beginning to create confusion, for beginning to send out information we're not supposed to send out. We are coming up with ways where they find out who they send out information. So that if you get inside a council or a group, when the leaders in the inside, they discuss anything with that group where it not be thing we're supposed to go out of public. You try for thing and go out of public. We are going to trace it, and we go come onto this show. We go show how we trace them. We go show and send that you send out, and we go name and we go shame that leader way. All your own job now, but they send out information out there for begin cause confusion. Because it not be good at all for we for sure they solve the problems every day. Well, the Republic they will channel our energy on their skin. Begin to tell Paul what we feel. We instead they tell our own brother what we feel. That's not correct. We will get some kind of respect for each other now, and we don't need to like each other for work.
No, we don't.
We don't need to like each other for work together.
Our country must.
We just give put Ambazonia, Southern Cameroons for front, and the goal that always set and like our goal. We work towards that goal. I don't look inside this struggle. If a person anger me or I just look to the goal. That is where I'm heading to. I want to be in Boya. I want to go there, and I don't want any person disturb me. If you disturb me, I look at it like a distraction. I go move forward. And if person the way cause distractions, we go bring it out to Amba Perspective, or for any other show, I will go shame me out. So that soon, any man will take caution before he start to put information out there or for the do thing we not correct. Begin to make pronouncement out there way, if you back up. Just tell people, they say, when I go do this, when I go do that, we go if you stand, defend them. I beg, me the leaders and take very good note. And any other person where they out there way, all own of work and send wrong information out there for begin cause confusion and say, we go to mark una, we go to bring una one after the other, the shame una with this show, and people will know una. So that anytime I send out information out there, in fact, sometimes you see some leaders they share information where it don't make sense. Yeah. You go see information out there for some forum where it discredit another leader. For people ignore them, you go kind of go share for another group. They can go share for another group.
With no explanation.
You just go put up with this so that you go continue to discredit for the other leader. We don't like him. You don't give a like on leader. Look at what the leader is doing and whether he's pushing the struggle. If so, I get people that don't like me them more. But when they do something way, correct way, I say, it take this struggle forward. I like him. Yeah. And when you do some bad one, me I will ignore them. Yeah. Ignore the ones where the person do and no correct. Then encourage the one way do and correct. So that we push the struggle because we not going to waste time on this thing. Me the Republic they for the bask in their own glory way. We they fight amongst ourselves. It doesn't speak well about us. Yeah.
So that segment was some self introspection. It was us looking internally, looking back at ourselves and saying, let us clean our wounds so that they can heal faster. So now looking on to some of the things that are happening, one thing that we have done in this struggle, and it's a big win, and I want every Ambazonian to really, cheer up. This is one big win. We have finally gotten the Francophone community talking.
Yeah.
What they say, whether they are talking for us or against us, is another thing. But we have gotten the Francophone community. They are awakened. They have started, they have started talking. They are taking positions. And remember, in December, our positions were very far apart. There was no clarity in where we are going. We have done that. We have done that, and we should celebrate that. We have gotten the Francophone communities talking. They have started talking about our struggle. Yes, they will call us names, but that is us bringing awareness to the Francophone communities. And the good thing is, by the time that they are getting involved, we already know where we are going to. So there's no confusion around where we are going to. There's no confusion around our goal. But we have achieved something major in the last few weeks. We've gotten the Francophone communities to wake up. And now, like I follow some of their forums, they fight amongst themselves. They disagree. Some of them, they're like, no, we have a legitimate right for our crisis. We have a legitimate right to call the government for what is wrong. We have the right, to call for our independence. Some argue that no, we should be fighting for the entire Cameroon. Like, I don't care what they argue, but the thing is, we've gotten them talking, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Whether you like it or not, the Francophones are a stakeholder in the struggle. And the first things that we did in January in South Africa is we did a SWOT analysis on strengths and weaknesses that we Ambazonians have. And one of the major key points was that we had to disassociate the Francophone community from La République government. And that is going to happen now, because the more and more that they wake up and they are talking, they would start realizing how bad their government really is. Yeah. That is disassociating them with their government. So I don't really care where the arguments stand at the moment. The truth is, more and more, they will see their government for what they are, and they will disassociate from their government. As they start, pointing their guns towards their government, you will realize that from their side, they are fighting their government, and it's making things more. So that is a huge win. We should celebrate that. I mean, this is something that we looked at in January, and we have looked for ways. We tried to look for ways to infiltrate that. I mean, we had lots of meetings with the Francophones, and it was just not working at the time. But it has happened organically now. The last 2 weeks, a lot of that. There's a lot of forums that Francophones are talking about our struggle. That's a landmark victory for us. And every Southern Cameroonian should celebrate that. Because gradually what is going to happen in the next few months is that we are going to disassociate them from their government. It's going to, they would start talking more against their government, as we are doing, and you will realize that it would disperse their government's attention, because now they would not know whether they want to focus on their, on their people, or they want to focus on us. That's very important. That's very important. When we start diverting their focus, when their focus is no longer only on us Southern Cameroonians, that's going to be a big psychological blow. And it's very important that when you are fighting an enemy, you are focusing on that enemy. So this conversation that I started in the Francophone community is a great conversation. I'm looking forward to where it's going to spin to. But no matter where it goes to, the La République government is an evil government, and there is no two ways about it. You cannot spin that around. There's no way. I mean, you see what they did. They are spin doctors that they sent around the world. Most of the people that they invited were Francophones. How can the Anglophones be having a problem, as you say, then you go abroad to talk about that problem, then instead you invite the Francophones? So you invited them to lie. So things like that, it's very important, but we have come a full circle, my people, and we should celebrate that. We should really, really celebrate that,
Yeah, Derek, the two you talk be very, very true. Some people, they think, say, La République no gets nothing. I mean, the citizens no get nothing, but they will struggle. In fact, like you talk, they're a big stakeholder, because no matter what they talk about, even they talk against we, but some of them get reason, they reason them, and they go to put it inside their own people, say, these two people they do are so correct, and we only get the voice of Francophones the way they actually support our struggle. And when they day inside their own milieu, they talk about us, they go win over some other people the way. Because sometimes they talk this out of ignorance. One they be ignorant because CRT don't lie them over.
Yeah.
So much so that they think say because the system of francophone they tell we say now they begin Southern Cameroon. Say we go find our own country, come on go there. You see
Yeah.
So if he get he don't now CRT don't tell they say we've been a part of them.
Yeah. So we go Nigeria.
We go Nigeria. We don't come back. So you see they feel say Southern Cameroon are their own.
Yeah.
So they say we leave Southern Cameroon, go for our own country, give the Southern Cameroon for them. So na some kind of narrative that way when they inside their own milieu, they begin talk and they understand, they understand, and soon they will start turn against their own government. Yes. And once they start turn against their own government,
it is almost guaranteed.
Yes.
Like, we predicted this.
Yeah.
We predicted this as one of our weaknesses. One of our weaknesses was that we don't have the Francophone community. We needed the Francophone community to rise up against their government. It is happening now. It's reality. It's a huge win. It's a big blow in Yaoundé. The people in Yaoundé, they watch us. Strategically, that is a big blow for them because they cannot control their own community when it rises up and start looking at the facts, start looking at the data, look at how consistent La République has been in how they want to solve this problem. Since January that they started arresting people and locking them up without judging them, it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
They keep kidnapping people every day. That is data that is out there. It is common knowledge. So when the Francophones, wherever, when they wake up and they say Ambazonians are fools and all that, they started calling us les Bamenda des Puits. They started these things. So it's really not a big deal. So when they wake up and they start saying all those things, the more and more they are talking about the struggle, they will get to the place where they start looking at the data, and the data is consistent. The government, it profiles Anglophones.
Yeah.
In Yaoundé, in the city of Yaoundé, you arrest 20 people. You arrest 500 people, and they are all Anglophones. You put out an exams for ENAM and all that. You employ 100 people, and only 2 are Anglophones. Any good thing happens just a bit to Anglophones, but any bad thing happens all to Anglophones. This is data that is going to flood, the Francophone community very soon. And when this data floods that community, they are going to rise against their own government. And there's no way to manipulate that.
Yeah, and Derek, one thing where you don't touch on hearts of some Francophones, now that's video of the guys in the dungeon.
Yeah.
That video don't touch some of them. I see some Francophone guy today on social media where they actually talk on that.
Yeah.
Really like the way they treat those guys in that bunker, and if I say whenever we come for this show, maybe we try for put that point, or maybe to forget about these guys.
No.
Because we try for even diplomatically, we send those videos to our contacts here in South Africa, to media all over, so that maybe create awareness. May the community, international communities that talk about them, because we need to make people know say that the wickedness that way this Paul and the people they get them, they carry what people they go lock up for that kind of condition.
Yeah.
Where it be inhumane. And that kind of condition. So once you take a human rights organizations, them they start to talk about them, they start push them out there. It go easy for take those guys out of those places and they put them for a much better condition. Maybe Kunenge we say bad service maybe in a better place for go put them down, for go put them inside that bunker the way they did it.
Yeah, no, that's true. And Ray, one of the importance about that video, and I want to praise the courage of all of those.
Yeah.
Our brothers, the 12 guys, those are they are the bravest people in the struggle.
Because if you make that video, don't say if you come back to them.
Yeah, for them to make that video. If we had not given that video the attention that we have given, pushing it out, sending it out to civil societies and lobbying, and a lot of civil societies would be coming up with their positions against that video. Yeah. Because there is a Geneva Convention on how you persecute prisoners, especially political prisoners. You have to treat them fairly. Because you have to treat them fairly, and La République isn't treating those people fairly. That is some of the worst prison conditions in the world by measure, if you want to measure them. So one thing that I wanted to point out, Ray, is that video is the turning point. This was the turning point of our struggle, and this our brave brothers. That's Jotan, somebody I know personally. When I look at that video each time, Ray, I cannot hold my tears back. We know those people. These are our brothers, and they've been locked up for 6 months. No judgment. There's no case file open against them anywhere. In fact, Issa Churuma said he didn't know.
But he's lying.
That is the position of the spokesperson for the Republic government. These are people who lie between their teeth. These are the people who say they want to dialogue with us. Dialogue with who? Dialogue with who? These are people's children. These are people's children. And the shameful thing, Ray, is that someone like Issa Churuma, who has gone through the same, he's been in prison.
Yeah.
But just because now he is moneyed, he is on the side of, they always say, the winning team. Right now, he's able to lie.
The oppressor.
He's going to lie. He's lying for the oppressor. When you look at things like that, Ray, but the truth about light, the truth about justice is that it might delay, but it always comes. Like from all over history, right up to current date, justice always comes. And to the families of these brothers, you know, I cried when I listened to an interview of one of the family members, and the mother said, "We thought that our son has gone to China because he was planning to go to China, but all along, when that video came out, we realized that our son was in prison." And this message is to the person who's sitting at home and saying, "The struggle is useless. It's their struggle." This message is to you. Like, that was a family sitting at home knowing that their son, their brother, their father has gone to China on a business trip. Yeah. But for 6 months, he is lying in a dungeon, and he could have died. Yeah. And probably some people have already died.
And we don't know
those conditions, and we don't know. So it might not be your family today. It might have missed you, but I can almost promise you, if we let La République go away with this would keep happening, and one day it would get to you. It would get to you. So it's important that we all rise up to avoid that it doesn't get to us, even if it's not, you know, even if it's not yet with us. And this is one of the things that angered the diaspora vis-a-vis the lies telling commission that they sent abroad. Yeah. That video is one of the things that angered our brothers and sisters in Belgium, in Canada, in South Africa.
They just came immediately. The video came out. Yeah.
In the UK, that was the tipping. The burning of the flag in Canada. That's what led to one of our brothers hitting Laurent Aissot's bodyguard. I mean, that's supposed to be a trained B, but one blow blows him off, and then he's unconscious. So those guys in B, you guys should start reasoning that those Ambazonian guys, if it comes to real fighting, you guys would be challenged. You think that you are trained. I mean, just for justice, somebody would give you one single blow. Look at your colleague. He lied down for how many hours without talking? But that's because when you are fighting for the truth, you are just more powerful. The truth.
And that is so true. Yeah. All over time, when you be oppressed, God there for your side, and He always make sure, say, even if you go for a long time, but at the end of the day, you will always win. Yeah. And I want for also talk to our viewers online and put a review, say, we the ones still watch that video of our brothers in the dungeon, say, when we go on a break, we will play and meet the watcher, because it be like we want to keep that thing alive, so that we will continue to talk about them until we make sure, say, they come out of that place and even be released to their parents. Yeah. Because in fact, sometimes it be if something about touch you personally, you know, if you know how it hurts. Yeah. I feel imagine what the families that they go through at this point in time, where they don't discover play with their family day. You know, if you sleep at night, like mommy for that picking them for that place, say that picking they need the chop, they get toilet for the same place, they sleep, they don't get water, no lights, they come up be blind. Now you go to suffer with them at the end of the day. So make we continue to keep those guys alive in our hearts, out there. Any person who if you show that video for you, any man will get that video of a phone, he's supposed to not send out a friend who's a media house, who's a friend who will be South, who will be Cameroonian at all, whether a Nigerian or British man or just any friend. When I just forward that video out there, me go viral, so that some man, if he that a person in the hand way, he go use them, changes the story altogether. Some people know they keep that video. I don't send for any media house or send to. So me no man no keep that video for your phone to watch them. They could send her out there. We no person go land for your hand.
Yes, and Ray, you see, I cannot emphasize much on the pain that the families of those who have lost relatives to the struggle. I cannot emphasize on what pain they are going through, and the importance of people at home supporting those families, you know, anyhow you can. Like if you know a family that has got somebody in prison and you are close to this family, whatever you can do to help this family. If you are selling in your store and somebody from this family come in and you cannot say, please don't for that bread, and you cannot say, you know what, just take that one, then you are not doing enough. I think we all can afford that. So all those families that have been affected, let all Ambazonians stand with them, support them. We know those people. These are people in our community. And the truth is, these are not bad people. These are good people. This is Agbobala. This is Aya Paul. This is Mancho BBC. This is Pen Terence. These are people that we know. These are people we have lived with all our lives in the community, and they are genuinely good people. So we should make it an intention to start helping those people's families out. Imagine breadwinners in prison, and these are people who used to take care of their families. They are no longer there now. So their families are going through a lot. The psychological trauma is there that these people are not getting any judgment. But then these families, you know, for their daily bread, which these people in prison used to be the breadwinners, they're no longer there. So we are supposed to become those brothers, those sisters, those mothers, those fathers of these people. I mean, if a teacher is in jail right now and you're a landlord and you still go to the wife of that teacher and you want to collect rents, my brother, my sister, what you're doing is not right. What you're doing is not right. We should consider these people. We should do anything in our power, anything we can do, and this thing you can do from your means. I mean, if I'm selling in a call box and a family member like that comes through, I will add extra 500 for data. That can be my profit for the day, for airtime. That would be my profit for the day. It would bring hope to this person's family, you know. So it's a very important. This is something that is very close to my heart, but it should be close to every Ambazonian's heart. So we are going to take a little break. We're going to go on a little break. Our people, you would watch the video of our brothers and sisters in the bunker, and then we'll come back after the break. We'll open the lines, and then we'll wrap. We'll talk on a few things. We'll hear from you. We really want feedback from you at home, from you abroad. We want feedback from you so that our leaders can know how we, the people, are feeling. Because this struggle, we keep the leaders keep saying, as the people struggle, we need to own it. We need to tell them how we feel. We need to tell them what we want.
Yeah,
we need to express ourselves. Yeah.
Not just if I just go off and only prayer for those people themselves, it be enough.
Yeah.
You know, must get that to forgive them.
Yeah.
If you just go visit any of the people with a person there for jail, when I join hands together, if you offer a prayer for a short time, it console the people. You know, when you seek God face at any time for your life, it gives you a kind of peace.
Yeah.
You know, where it make you for sustain you for the time where you go through that stress. So if you don't get anything for F.R.A, just go meet this family, una condole together, and then una pray. May God come intervene inside this matter. So we'll go on a break.
Yeah, and at times you can ask them, what can I do for you? Some mommy go talk, say, just help me carry water. Just, you know, something that you can do 30 minutes, 5 minutes of your time. But it would mean a lot. It would mean a lot to that brother or that sister in jail. So thank you guys. Keep watching. We have a little short break and then we'll continue.
Thank you. Joe Tam. Ayuk Ote Ayuk. Fonyu Terence. Tangen Thomas. Fabiano Deco. Angwan Benson. Tabe Edward.
Today on Straight Talk Africa, we have a Nigerian superhero, and not one, but two African princesses from the Ugandan kingdom of Buganda. That's coming up next right here on Straight Talk Africa.
You pity us. Just imagine the condition the Republic government is putting us, Southern Cameroonians. It's terrible. Really look at that one and where we have to kiss ourselves. Even animals are more better in life.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't know if you have watched those videos and those images of our people in jail, and you can hold back. I had to hold back my tears, and when La République go around the world trying to lie, trying to tell people that they are working hard to solve the problem, and you start asking yourself, just yesterday they adopted somebody else. 2 days back, they abducted somebody. They keep abducting our people every day, and yet they want us to go to school. They keep abducting our people every day, and yet they want things to go back to normal. And this takes us right back to our chairman's speech when he said it's no more business as usual. And if any Southern Cameroonian wants business to go back as usual, then those images don't mean anything to you. And the Francophone community that is watching this show, let your consciences be the judge. When you watch these images, these are Anglophones. Like, by mistake somehow, there is no single Francophone amongst all those people that are being jailed without judgment, that are being jailed in bunkers. It's all Anglophones. When you look at all those things, isn't it reason for you to go and sit down and start looking at what is the story of these people, or at least to ask Southern Cameroonians, what is your story, and listen to that story because you don't know the story, because La Republic lied to us. Our history was a lie. That's why they focus on world affairs. That's why they focus on Africa affairs. They lied. We had a history. We had a beautiful history. I mean, just the fact that we separated in 1919 after the Germans were won, and we moved to Nigeria. We came back in 1961. That's a beautiful history. That is something that we should have been told. That is something that every Cameroonian should have known. I mean, we shouldn't have had time to study to study European history. Yeah. But they keep all of that away from us, and you cannot see the intent. If you cannot see that that is evil at its best, that is a plan to eliminate a people. That is a whole big plan to silence a whole, a whole country. If you cannot see that for what it is, then you have a problem. But I only beg you to go and look at the history, look at the facts. Look at it. Look at 1972. Anglophones were arrested. Anglophones were jailed for nothing. Anglophones were killed for nothing. Look at 1984. Look at 1992. Look at 1995, 96. Look at 2000. Look at all those instances. Every single time, Anglophones are singled out. I mean, when you are few, when they said it's a little minority, we are few. So our chances of getting into trouble are supposed to be slimmer. But for some terrible reason, the metrics in La Republique is just different. Anglophones are always the ones to be killed first. Anglophones are they are always the ones. So Francophones should start asking themselves questions. What a coincidence. What a consistent coincidence. And they should start seeing their government for what it is. And Southern Cameroonians that are still on the fence, they should look at the history. The facts are all there. It is very consistent. It's not like at times they mix it up. It's been the same thing repeating itself every 10 years. And right now, we have the human history has come. History is on our side. Everything is on our side. Fellow Ambazonians, we have crossed that bridge. And like the chairman said, that bridge was cut off. And to quote Desmond Tutu, he said, if you witness an oppression and stay quiet, you are taking the side of the oppressor. So if you are standing on the fence right now, you are taking the side of the oppressor. Whether you are Francophone or Anglophone, if you cannot condemn this barbaric acts, if you cannot call the government, the regime of Paul Biya for what it is, then you are taking their side if you stay quiet in all those things.
Yeah, Derek, you talk very true, because it really be very bad when you think about all these things that way they happen, and yet some people they still feel say would be wrong for they take the stance who don't take them for this struggle, and as life day where you take things small, the end of the year you just give it the increase them, they go until you carry to that point where you don't break that person on the other side, because La Republic check say one day we go tire, stop the thing. But I think say by now the people don't realize say no man no go tire for this struggle. When we be talk say they go kill us to the last Southern Cameroonian, it no be talking just for talking sake. It be mean them literally. And at this point in time, La Republic government give realize say we mean them, and we go get to that level where we go fight fire by fire. I mean, make we talk very much about that Passover day, Derek, because after that day, what we need for do say we make Southern Cameroon ungovernable. Yes. I mean, we need to come on this show, try to educate people for how we go make that town ungovernable. Because if we allow things for day, because we talk say it's business as usual. Yeah. But they the way it did for Southern Cameroons now, they come for the kidnap our people at will. Nobody need to talk anything. They go take and go for this police station. When I go ask, and they go transfer and go for the next one. Before long, you don't go for Yaoundé or for Douala or wherever they go put them there. And then they can't take one after the other. And then we should not be quiet, like say, only the Siam. It don't reach that time where we're supposed to start mark fire with fire. When they take one person, we too supposed to take one. Because this way, the joke come for inside Southern Cameroon, pick person go down. We don't see me man buy a whistle. Me man buy. You know, can carry person without Cartier 4 police people. Can carry people without Cartier 1,000 people. They carry and go down because the chicks say they carry gun. That gun they never get bullet. Is that nonsense? If person can take person and blow whistle, all man come out. They not go kill people for carry that person go down. They don't go do them. The highest way if you do that, say they go cover backup. But by the time backup one come, don't deal with them. So all we go know say if we fight this struggle, our neighbor get our back.
Yeah.
Because if I know say I dey fight, they can carry me tomorrow. All man go strong inside own room begin hide. I stand against La Republique, and they can pick me up. My neighbor will come out. The other one will come out. They go come out block roads. Good. Any person where the height go come out right time by outside because you know say as he dey for back for front they go. Some man dey for back the guy the watch the back. So now the kind speed that we go get that so that any person with this who go come out and we go battle the people them fire by fire.
Yeah, absolutely, Ray. And I'm very happy that some of the independent media in La Republique have started calling the regime out for what they truly are. La Republique is smart enough to smell bombs in Bangui and arrest them. But yet every day our schools are burned down. There is no single arrest. The market was burned down. There is no single arrest. Out of a sudden, on that domain, La Republique doesn't have intelligence. But then they can pick up bombs. They can sniff bombs in Bangui
small bomb
and go and pick it up. So all those things, like people are beginning to see and talk about La Republique for who they truly are. These are schemers. These are scam artists. Paul Biya, when he said that his statement when Le Cameroun de Grands Ambitions, he meant it. This guy is a scam. He's a con artist, and all his entourage, all the people around him. And if you are one of his ministers and you feel that you are upright, and you feel that you are upright, and you feel that you are different, you are lying to yourself because you know, like you are a pack, and even if you are not as bad as they are, you are equally as bad because these people, they lie. How can La Republique explain to me that they can arrest people, you know, they can arrest people with bombs, but they cannot arrest one single person burning down a school? They keep burning our schools to make their story, and they go abroad and they say, oh, those few, they always say those few individuals, extremists, they are going around burning schools. No, we are talking to our people's consciences. Our people are not going to school because those schools are not good enough. That's why they're not going to schools. But La Republique, they go behind the scenes, they arrange, they burn down schools with their own military. Yeah. And they want to claim that it's us burning down schools. We are not the country. We went to school. We stay in proper countries. We have rational thinking. We are not idiots. So La Republique, you should keep, we know your games already, and we'll call you out for your games. And we are going to open the lines up, and we want to hear from you, the viewers. We want to hear what you're thinking. We want to hear your perspective. Yeah. But we would keep the calls really short because we want to take a lot of calls. The rules for the calls, Ray. When you call, the first thing is you need to turn down your receiver or completely switch it off. Yeah. And yeah. So
yeah, but then before we get our first caller, I think you don't come with time. We'll give us that call on our brothers and sisters on the other side of the Mongo, where they did for that side, the work they stay for them, especially the military Southern Cameroonians. You don't come for that time where they're supposed to retreat back, come back home, and start plan for make that town on government level because they don't gain the skills. They know the enemy. They come back on our sides. They know how the enemy they think. They know their tactics, and then they can take against them. So I call on all those military guys where they did for La Republique side of the government, where the Southern Cameroonians, where they work for the. Where does that think very clearly say this? So time not reach for them because we don't waste time again for this thing. Yeah, time not reach for them. We'll come back home. The thing how we go take our land and chase these people out of that place, because if we keep postpone this thing, 1st of October they come more time, and that 1st of October don't mean say we'll just troll around Boya. We're supposed to make sure say we'll get our own people on our side for if they try for even come close to we self go stand and rise against them. Yeah. I don't think say they will pass 1 million people where they will come out at devil.
And talking about our people in the military, like our people in other administrative positions in La Republique, if you are sitting right now and you're working for La Republique in a position where you could switch off, you know, a meter and something goes wrong in La Republique and you haven't done that yet, you're an idiot. Yeah. You're an idiot because these people, they hate you as much as they hate me speaking here. They hate you as much as they hate Agbobala in prison. They hate. We have a caller. So, hello? Hello, welcome to Amba Perspective. Yeah, so Ray.
Hello? Yeah.
Yeah. You see, when you are a military person and they send you up north, and you wake up in the morning and the news is that they shot somebody in Bamenda and you don't do anything, you are a coward.
First of all, Derek, all these Southern Cameroonians, they work for La Republique government. They get marginalized every single day.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Oh, welcome to Amba Perspective.
Is it Amba Perspective?
Yes, it's Amba Perspective. Welcome to the show. Yes, it's Amba Perspective. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello, this is Amba Perspective.
Did he hear you?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. So it's very important that our people, especially those working for La Republique, start thinking of what side of the fence. Because there's no fence, there's no more sitting on the fence. You should start thinking where you belong, where your loyalties are, and whatever you have at your disposal as a Southern Cameroonians, you should be thinking of using that. Especially when you see videos of people in bunkers, when you see pictures of children who are shot point blank.
Yeah.
Hello? 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 Yeah, welcome to Amba Perspective. Welcome to the show. Yes.
Yes, it's Amba Perspective. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm calling from Paris.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I appreciate what you're going to do for this struggle.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we'll get some one more thing for being where they go around here. There are people who want to train the few elements of the military where they get around among with. For as the vigilante group, they make anything where you talk, maybe a report for you. Maybe they can't catch you overnight.
Oh.
Although we go against for buy, we will see them.
So they see the CPT and people they act like spy. Hello?
I mean, just listen to comments like that. Somebody goes around reporting people of their community who are standing up for justice. Hello? Hello, welcome to Amba Perspective.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, welcome to Amba Perspective.
Welcome. Yeah, I want to do my contribution.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I will talk for Pidgin.
Okay.
Good.
I want me to direct this question. This is my perspective direct for the president of Southern Cameroon,
okay.
Mr. Ayok Tabe.
Okay.
Need they do anything when they get for doing for same be free. If you have to say okay, for one part for our country for be we get for doing say we get be free from these people. There's no way. No way we would expect of the law. But we are not first called that. If you say so, if we think go back, if we go back, for a journalist asking for Germany, say how we expect some different thing go happen? We expect for they talk that see, no do everything for our power. No stop the begin limit ourselves from phobia to phobia. We no limit ourselves for it.
Thank you.
We don't emphasize this dialogue. What do you want to get for this?
Yeah.
If people can tell, we say in 6 months time, they will go referendum.
Thank you.
With the deal we close, if we get to do anything, we'll do it.
Thank you.
There's not only back for this thing. Why would we fear?
No, thank you. Thank you so much.
This is not a perfect thing.
That is straight to the point.
Yeah, my brother, you don't talk that true. We don't get with the fear anymore. We don't get with the fear. One of our brother, that said, he talk say he makes some statement about fear.
Yeah.
Where he make where you listen to he doesn't fear. Say where you fear, he makes some statement where I really like him about fear. But if we fear now, we're not gonna go anywhere. We don't reach that time, we'll go to stand up and defend our territory.
I believe. So we need to go seek. Don't diplomatic when I go seek. Be there for Europe. I understand how this is. You know, go seek diplomatic way. You know, give something. No man, no deal when you expect it to go help you for nothing. If one thing, one people don't tire, we not get way for turn back today.
Oh, thank you.
I beg this news. In fact, we won't take this thing. That will we take ourselves. We will learn for the past. People don't fail for this thing.
Yeah.
We don't try to the water. We will take different way. We will do different things. Different.
No, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that perspective. Yeah. Our leaders, they watch this show. This is a very clear message to leadership. Yeah. And we think that our leaders are listening to you, and you can hear the emotions, Ray. This is not just somebody sharing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not just talk.
Yeah. Yeah. That was brought. Say fear go kill you faster.
Yeah. Hello. Hello. Welcome to Amba Perspective.
Yeah. The guy for jail, he to say he will fear go kill you faster.
Yeah.
So why would he fear?
Yeah.
You know. Maybe we just go ahead and do whatever we have to do to take our territory. Welcome to Amba Perspective.
Hello.
Yes. Here your views.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Amba Perspective.
Hello.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Yes. Mr. Roland.
Yeah, go ahead. It's Derek. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, Ray. And the truth is, it's fear. Fear is what kills. Fear kills people more than, you know, it kills people more than. We have been afraid of these people for the past 55 years, for God's sake. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Welcome to Amba Perspective.
Good evening, brother.
Okay, I call from Amba. Even use my that number.
Lomba. Pinima.
You they get me clear?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you. You come from
Pini?
You come from Pinin.
Okay, you know, hear me very. See, me, this would not give me help very so much. And I don't talk yes, proof no say if we will succeed, me I will take my knife, the chook will knife for commander and not destroy because of this struggle. So man I see I took a knife from my land.
No.
For me, I know Cameroon history very well. For Facebook when I come, I don't know Cameroon history.
No, this is
my brother, the year.
very clean and clear message.
Because
I talk so. Me personally, I see them one by one. One by one, the government lead that land.
no, you are right. We need to.
Carry for them.
Brother, we don't hear you very well.
And I want to advise any parent where he goes send it begin for school. We go back that parent and go visit that parent. Make it then have the ESO.
Yeah, my brother, thank you very much for that contribution.
Personally.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you so much for that call. Yeah.
Yes, and this truck will be ordained by God, and we want any pastor for church make it contribute to this struggle too, because say only the God bring basket for church, so these people for the struggle. They can put them on the inside.
Yeah.
The day we talk so about church.
Amen. Amen. No, thank you. Thank you so much for that contribution, my brother. I like the people from home, Ray. They are very straight to the point. They don't beat around the bush. Around the bush when they call. I mean, they are the people who wake up every day and they see death in their eyes. Yeah.
And they face it.
Yeah, they face it every day. Hello.
Welcome to Amba Perspective. Hello. Go ahead, we can hear you.
Hello, Derek. Hello, Derek. Hello, Ray. Yeah. I think my own contribution, like all of us, this was brought and for that whole
bunker.
If type of just pick them out of that thing, just give me a whole heartbreak. I don't know it.
Wow.
I will talk with a friend for in a Zambian who will be all big co-workers, Indians and all that. I see the talk something like I don't mention that Twitter because I know so the opposition leader where they be arrested then. For such a Commonwealth in negotiate, you understand, Commonwealth who they part of, they negotiate with the release that opposition leader for Zambia. They don't even negotiate for our own leader. The Ayapo, this thing. So even that they in front of that Commonwealth, whatever, they don't really care. They don't negotiate that. How long ago they do but Commonwealth they not just care for where they go with. But I know that friend tell me say they are protest. He said no, they know the protest like me go here. He said well protest then are online. He said will be organized on Twitter. He said when we want target Commonwealth, he said if you can't the kind Twitter message they already send them, he said you know if you believe. He said would not be like says maybe like Ray talks I'll be saying whether which messages. No. Organized way. They target you.
True.
Before Commonwealth one negotiate that release, they maybe get no choice.
No,
wow.
At least just the fact that would come today where no person never call for never hear no person they don't call for their if they push the republic, at least it will be a failure. We get to do something.
No, true sister. Which you don't talk so really correct. We don't also will come for this show for educate people on how to use Twitter because true so Twitter they so when our push something for day, it attract international media and they go for the right source on the one center for day. Yeah. So I think that we will need to do that show.
In fact, we should have segments for just Twitter. Yeah. Where we come up. In fact, we should have a segment and just tweet and tag all the international media with the images that came from the bunker.
Yeah, we really need to do like that. Yeah. And we need to encourage every person with diaspora because most people with diaspora they use Twitter.
Yes.
Maybe so they tweet. Yeah.
We should commit.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome, Uncle P. Welcome, Uncle P.
Yeah. How are you doing today?
No, they're fine.
All right. I'll be very glad to see God give you more and more energy. So I turn up every day for do what you do. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. My contribution today, I say, make our people that know say, we history will be for a long time hidden away from we. And then, if any person did doubt, me contact you, Mr. Derek, directly. You can send me all those information that we get about our history. Or if person get the possibility, me go online, try to get the videos the way one of our baby do. Go through all those 4 videos then. That one will really enlighten most of people then. Which way we really be, where we come out, where we get for go to. So that the problem, why other people they keep away from Ghost Town or they keep away from the struggle, and just go there, they never know really who they are.
Yeah.
If you know who you are, I mean, you go stand up fight like a man. All we supposed to stand like one voice because the time now, the time will be tomorrow, the time will be after tomorrow, the time now. And if we don't take them now, then we'll leave a very poor legacy for our kingdom. So I want to ask a question now for all Southern Cameroonians then. Where they still hold on to this government since they get a reasonable dialogue with them. Ma ask you delegate, of Education, you stop delegate of education or a divisional officer where you be a second to somebody. Ask yourself, we lie down for grade, wait till you go see your deliver back there picking them. You don't live back there picking them, they're going to be slaves and you don't be slave all your life. If you don't accept for drop that small crumbs to accept to be a slave, try at least for this moment where we want time will begin pass. Me could do something back with begin away, begin will be glad to look up to. So my pa, so my pa making mistake to support a repressive government. If you don't fight, at least make a leap for a country to be free of all that terror. Now advisor at the game for our brothers already they work with the Republic government.
Yeah.
No.
Because any person where an assistant delegate today, when an Anglophone man, chances say begin to come to that place, it be very slim. Okay. And no friends away that will be assistant SD in those days. They suffer too like.
Yeah.
And then good examples in there too. You know, imagine say F.R.A. no begin August because they're part of a prison. If another dictator don't come down to help them again, they could suffer all their lives. So an example that for most of most of our brothers, they're supposed to open their eyes to see them. Because if they say no, they will leave a very good legacy for their picking them. But if they continue, then the picking them will ever see good. And that will be plenty. It will be good luck.
Thank you, Uncle P.
Thank you, Uncle P. Thank you so much for that call. And Ray, this what he's saying is it hits home. It hits home a lot.
Yeah.
We have all this assistant delegates, assistant this and that throughout the Republic who are doing all the work. In fact,
they will not go far.
We have assistants in embassies around the world.
For Tabong, there will be assistant ambassador for more than 15 years.
For South Africa.
For South Africa.
We don't get two different.
We don't get about 4 ambassadors on the country, all are francophones. Yeah. They come, he be anglophone, he for the assistant. They only answer yes sir, yes sir. They don't even promote it to ambassador. It's for one place. Yeah. So
we have a call. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Amba Perspective.
Amba Perspective.
Yes, you are on Amba Perspective. You are welcome.
Thank you. I want to give my contribution.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead and share your contribution.
Okay. Yes. I want to contribute by saying that for this problem,
we are battling to hear you, sir. Can you?
And our national anthem. So make every Cameroonian to be aware, take a little courtesy and learn so that you keep in mind and know that this is our anthem. And that at every beginning of the program which we have at SCBC, we should put that anthem on so that people be aware. Let the world hear that this is the country, this is the anthem, this is what symbolizes it. But I want to think that should be one of the things that is the beginning of the fight. Second, I want to make sure our brothers where to know this clarity. You want to tell let's begin the lawmaker. So what is the National Assembly? Let them resign. Let them resign. They are Amazonian. Let them resign and come back and join the fight. Let them not work only for their own stomach. Let them see that they are, because tomorrow it will happen. And I'm sure, I'm convinced that it is going to happen. That we are now free. We are a liberal center people. Where are they belonging to? Will they come back to us here? They remember. Where they think, where they do what we meant. The history has made known that they will remember again. There is no reason for them to fool around. Let them let it because beginning to resign from the people would use for the state and the international community will know that something is wrong, even if they know now.
I can't hear him anymore.
Thank you so much. Sorry for interjecting. The volume of the call kind of drops, but I picked up one thing, and he was advising that in between all our shows, we should just introduce every show, just so we play that into the consciousness of our people. Our technicians are listening to that call, my brother. I think we will factor that in. We can do that. We can have our anthem played before every show. Have our anthem played before every program on SCBC.
No,
I mean, it is indeed repetition, but
well, we can try it on some. Well, maybe
on most.
We can have it in 6 in the morning, 6 in the evening.
Hello, welcome to Amba Perspective.
Hello?
Welcome to Amba Perspective.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, this is F.R.A. from Victoria.
F.R.A. Welcome back.
Welcome. Sorry we missed F.R.A. Actually, I've been trying to reach him. I think after this, I would try and give him a call again. So so Ray, I remember last time I promised we would do a show around Twitter. In fact, if you don't have a Twitter account, you should go onto Twitter and create an account.
One.
Yeah. Where we would bring one hashtag. We all go on Twitter, we tweet it, and we hashtag it, and we tag international media. Hello?
Welcome to Amba Perspective.
Yeah, good evening.
Evening.
Yes. The thing was, my own small contribution, I said, this fight, hello?
Yeah, we hear you. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, this fight when I fight for the program when I put up on 1st October, we try to see, no one try to say the 1st October work, because the 1st October no work, it will make them play through, they will slap for the trouble. Like that would try our best.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you see where to I think not even I think we'll get some committees where they look into this. And
there's an ad hoc committee that is working just towards the 1st of October. And is headed by our veteran Pam Fongalamfor, Dr. Fongalamfor. So we are certain we have an experienced person that is leading that committee. Very soon we'll start hearing from that committee on how we should prepare towards that day. Hello?
Hello? Welcome to Amba Perspective.
Yeah, so Ray, so I was talking about Twitter. So all of our people online create a Twitter account. Whenever we come online, we will take the first 20 minutes or so and we'll all go and tweet the same thing and we'll tag a few medias. I think we can start pushing our Twitter campaigns like that on every show. And every now and then we'll bring in an expert and they'll just talk on how we can best utilize Twitter, Facebook and all that to get more effect.
The person went off. Hello?
Welcome to Amba Perspective.
Hello? Hello, you are on air. Can you share a perspective, please? Wow, the person is not talking. So one thing we will need to tell the people, I say, Twitter now one thing we all media houses they monitor them. And the more we tweet, the trend
on a subject. Hello, welcome to Amba Perspective.
Hello, good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Welcome to Amba Perspective.
Hello.
Thank you very much. This is Didi calling from China.
All right, welcome, sir.
Welcome to the show.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and share your perspective.
There is only just one question I want to ask.
Okay.
There is, so many groups are formed out there, and many of us Amba citizens, we tend to raise up questions which at times we need to call you people back in the studio and the council to really clarify us on that.
Okay.
So what I actually want to ask is, somebody said something that between the governing council and AGC. So I don't know whether you people in the studio can actually clarify us on that, or me in particular. I'll be very happy. Whether there is actually some kind of conflict going on between AGC and the governing council, because I know one of the first people the president visited after his election was the AGC. So I just want some clarifications, please. Thank you very much.
Well, you see, my brother, this thing it is on time. So when you look at me, for me personally, I think say we need for come to that point where we forget about our personal interest and try for rally behind some single leadership where it could be at the voice of the people for talk out there for get to boy as fast as possible. To be honest with you, for the very simple fact say we get a governing council where Southern Cameroon don't rally behind. They don't rally behind for make sure say make the push our agenda for front day for the international community and for take we closer to Boya and even get into Boya at the shortest time possible. And we get this governing council will be made up of other frontline movements like the SCNC and SCAPO and those other groups there. Ambazonia Republic, you know.
Consortium.
When you get a group like that, where you get other formations, it give you more confidence in them. For say, make you deal with this group because now the group don't come bring people together. For make sure say we come like because it is a one-handed tie bundle. Yeah. But when we come together, we can join hands together. We go tie the bundle fine and we go do achieve our goals. I be myself confused. Say would get something like a parallel government run on the side from Ambazonian Governing Council for AGC, because at the year someone say the Secretary of State and all those kind of things. For me, I feel say our Excellency Ayuta don't send help a hand out there to every individual way if feels say we contribute for this struggle. May come in and work together. And if the person they talk your own thing, they go contrary to it way with the talk. It left to the public for look am, because to the look am, how long some person don't do for you and how wait he don't do. You know, some man the way he don't come with this struggle, he don't stay with this struggle for 20 years, but he don't get anything to show for. Some man the way don't come making only 5-6 months. But if he tell you achievements one after the other, you see concrete achievements. It don't form concrete structures. It will show you. So this thing that they say it would deliver in the hands of Southern Cameroonians. So look at the groups the way they pop up left, center, and right. All man the one claim say Naibi be the boss for inside this whole thing. If you look and say which group for here don't talk say I go do one and he do that one. Who the talk say I go do one then go no do anything. Then you get the judgment for whether you want for align to what of which of those leaders they may if it take you closer to where you want to be and even actually get to where you want to go. Derek, I don't know, maybe I get a different perspective, but my own I say count people that achieve the achievements, and then you decide to align yourself with those achievements.
Yeah. In the same light, Ray. Hello. Welcome to Amba Perspective. Hello, welcome to Amba Perspective.
Yeah. Maybe we'll answer that before we get a call.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, bro. Yeah, thank you.
And share your perspective.
Yes, you know, my bro. I was speaking with you. I was not speaking. I'm not happy. You understand? I'm sad inside. Yeah, my belly fight.
Where's the bite belly, my brother?
No, I'm a contributor to Stapu. I pay my monthly levy, and I also contribute a part of the monthly levy. But I want to ask Kakuf thing. I have anything to ask. Point number one, we have a sharing communals where they kidnap the airport. These are people who are blessed for the family. These are parents. They don't think they're women, they want not country. They don't come on, they kidnap them. They don't understand the kidnap of the family. They kidnap these people, they go down. And what are we doing? What are we doing? What is the big event? If they kidnap them, that's all. What are you doing? She has been, it will kill down the morale. Without like I'm not. Because, you know, is a no-nonsense taker. That man, from the time he took power, he has been killing. So, see, the man is used to blood. If we don't make this, we don't escalate this crisis. Now, we are not going nowhere. If we escalate this crisis, how? Two Janda or two political guys in the record. Come on! We are crying. What do we do?
Yeah.
Somebody come up for Bangla, they go Benue. The kidnapping. Guatemala or Somalia. That is a rock state. That's standing. What do we do to that?
Yeah.
Yes, the president call. It's just keep the president of the continent. You keep the president of the continent. Look at you. See what they have asked for Palestine. Everyone is away for a blow Israel. The put was square. Let them listen. If that is just example, when they kidnap a man, who kidnap who cannot finish the development, you kill one. It's for that, something like this looks like what share. What share? We must look next Mandela planted bombs. ANC had military wing. Look, Renamo, and all those Salibi, every Kenya had military wing. Kakuf just get a military wing whether he didn't expose them. We need the structure for self-defense. Don't jump with him. People are being kidnapped every day. You are talking about there. It kill morale.
Okay, my brother, I will hear you very well, and we'll be happy for your comments. Yeah, we'll hear you. We'll hear your point, my brother, and we'll be very happy for your point. And we don't say you vex because all we two the vex. All we know one thing. Tactics. This one thing where you give a no inside any struggle. You give a use your brain and not just emotions. Now, why that way? Skakufo already tell you say we don't form a self-defense department.
Which is just 2 weeks.
And just 2 weeks now, where they form that department. We don't just use emotions because when you use emotions, just enter that on thing. You despoil them. They gave a she don't bring that expert them look at how we go do this thing. And besides, sometimes I want me to give understand say sometimes we don't even give a weight on Skakufo give una directives all the time. We don't say we go make Southern Cameroons ungovernable. We go make it ungovernable. And while with the besides some war this no be or self-defense on time to be say we go punch person before you know say you are with self-defense. Like the probably one send all the minister then they run all over the world. Maybe because say they like them. Now because we don't punch them very well for play way it hurt them. So they go fix them. So once we understand and say yes, in as much as people they talk about when they kidnap person will kidnap, yes, we hear all those things, but the thing I say we just form a self-defense unit. Yeah. We work on the things and Skakuf the look and the strategize on the best way we will go do and for limit casualties and will limit any kind of waste like the public can do and we people them. Because the one thing with Skakuf hold the people of Southern Cameroons, they don't want something until happen for any person. So maybe there we get another perspective on that.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. No, thanks. Thank you, caller. We can hear the. I don't know if we can call this caller back. I just wanted to answer to the last caller. I'm sorry about that. So thank you so much, caller. We can hear the emotions. They are raw emotions. These are genuine emotions. But then let us put things into perspective. From the first conclave, the second conclave, Skakuf was to those outfits, those movements that have had the rhetoric of self-defense. Look at the resolutions of the second conclave. It is stated there clearly that self-defense has been mandated to those outfits that are preaching self-defense, to carry out self-defense.
Yeah, the people don't really talk about self-defense.
And at the third conclave, when SCACUF realized that probably some of those outfits are not going to come to the table to create its own department of self-defense. Now that is a challenge. That is a challenge because they now need to constitute that department with people who have not only the emotions, but the know-how, the expertise to execute this set of. One of the things that Southern Cameroonians we must learn is that planning, preempting is way better than reacting to what La République is doing. Most of the things that SCACUF has been doing, where you will see that they will be materializing in a way that they will be kind of suffocating. Like last 2 weeks, you see La République sending those people. They send people to the UN. Where did they go in the UN? The Department of Sovereignty. This is the same people whom in January said, oh no, this is an internal affair. Forget about those people abroad. There are a few radicals abroad. So why did you send people to go and check out sovereignty? And I know that those people, the Ngolengolers who went to the UN, I know that they would have gone there if somebody bribes to go and change documents. But there's records. The world right now it's so modern, it's so electronic that there's so much records that La République cannot change anything. I remember in 1992 there were some warnings. I don't know if it's about La République. That is why some of our people don't understand the pressure that La République is under that went out. That is SCACUF. Is when it's a type of hunting where you just send a smoke into a hole instead of digging the hole. Yeah. You send smoke and then you get the animal to run right out. That is exactly what we've done. We've done to La République. For once, we've gotten La République in a place where they are reacting. So we should stop. We had bought arms and gone in to fight the soldier of La République. Yes, they don't have a big military. It's just 15,000. Yes, they don't have military equipment. But how much? How do we sustain our own? I mean, we've been crying contributions, and in a month, SCACUF is raising about $17,000. You think we can keep a military outfit? No, we cannot. To see a Southern Cameroonian who stands up and say, "This is my 10,000 rand. Let's go for $10,000. Let's go for war. This is my $20,000. This is me selling my house. Let us go for war." I'm yet to see that kind of money. I'm yet to hear that we raised 500,000 and refused to go for war. I'm yet to hear all those things. So as frustrated, Ray, let me just finish on that. As frustrated as we Southern Cameroonians are, we must be realistic. We must understand that we have leaders first that are responsible. It's not a political campaign. These are people's lives. This is the livelihood of our country, and it's hanging in a balance. Any mistake that Southern Cameroon makes now, La République, we will be erased. This history that we are talking about, La République is going to do everything to erase it. That's something that we must be mindful of. So look at La République, they go around, they plant bombs, and then they say it's like they have done everything to paint us to look like terrorists. And we want to play right into that net? No, please. Let us support our leaders. Let us give them the resources, but let us let them to think. Let us let them. They have been doing really well. And La République is on the back foot. So we must be rational in the way we do things. Just the communities can make our grounds ungovernable. We did that in December. We did that in January. We have been doing that. Schools are not operating. We can translate that into other sectors.
Yeah, Derek. One thing I call as a for understand, I say there's a difference between war and self-defense. Me already confuse the two. War and self-defense are two different things, and we want to even get $1,000. We not get $1,000. about adopting AK. AK don't go out of fashion.
AK is not
AK-47 don't go out of
AK-47 is not even a war gun. Those are guns that were used in 1942 for the Second World War.
Modern weapons don't come out. They need a lot of money to buy.
There is weapons that they used to fight. Nobody goes fighting.
Guns that take out 4,000 bullets in seconds. Yeah.
So when
not the AK, they go jam. They don't use AK anymore.
When people go around and then they like, I mean, when somebody goes around and saying, let us go and buy AKs. I'm sorry, they don't use AKs to fight wars anymore in 2000. AKs were outdated in the 70s, the 80s. It is just a fancy name. It is just, let us stop being irresponsible with the things that the pronouncements that we make. Yeah, and we make those pronouncements and we get people agitated, we get our people excited, and then we don't do them, and then at the end of the day, but Ray, to be realistic, to whom much is given, much is expected. We understand that Southern Cameroonians are looking up to Skakuf to get us out of this mess. And the truth is, when you are in trouble, Ray, you would feel like you want it now. But let us be rational in the way we think. Let us appreciate, but not only appreciate, let us support our leadership. We just have a governing council put in place, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago. Let us support that leadership council. Let us give them time.
Yeah, we have, as you know, when the Skakuf become on board, they bring all these guys where they pre self self-defense. Put them together, make them work on this self-defense issue. Until date, nothing is happening. We don't get people around there for self-defense for months. Yes, they talk about self-defense, nothing is happening. Look, and some people discuss, go out there, they take credit for the way they happen away. They don't even know how it passed. Look, guys, first of all, I tell you something. No day way Skakuf go show for here for Skakuf leader go stand for some plain tell on say when I take weapon go fight some person. That one I no go buy here for anywhere. No, forget that one.
Irresponsible.
No Skakuf leader, no one day His Excellency Ayuk Tabi go stand for some place tell on say no gonna take gun or take something go fight for a person. No, they go tell on say self-defense is your right, and that's why we are preaching self-defense. We have the right to self-defense. If, like I talk, wars cost millions and millions. Blow whistle. If man can arrest you, blow whistle. All man come out, hold that policeman, beat and drive him. You know, come again tomorrow. We defend ourselves. If Solar Republic minister or governor stay of your house, they say you want me to come up your house, may come out. May they come out. We will send them away.
If Joe for una quarter, the give una order them. If Joe for una quarter, the give order them. May they cash put the locker. Una hook for that quarter. Defense.
Self-defense.
That is self-defense. If person for una quarter, the common will give information, they can cash put the quarter. Una go cash them and put it for carry for beat them. That is self-defense. That is self-defense. So we are rounding up, my people. Thank you so much for staying tuned to the show. We are all moving on to Abomo Live. I'm a fan of Abomo Live. I'm going to go over now and start watching.
It's not on today.
Ouch. Okay. So thank you so much for staying tuned. Keep watching SABC. Keep sharing the messages that we bring and we analyze on this platform to sensitize our people, to educate our people. We are all emotional for the things that have happened to us over 55 years, and it's reason enough. But let us be rational in the way
more use common sense.
Let us analyze things. So thank you guys so much. Goodbye, and we are looking forward to the show on Saturday. Yeah.
Thank you. Joe Tam. Ayuk Ote Ayuk. Fonyu Terence. Tangen Thomas. Fabiano Deco. Angwan Benson.